What's good? I got the Jolly Twins in the house, man. What's going on?
We good? We good.
Hey, man, I gotta ask. What did you actually start playing basketball? It almost seemed like y'all started, man, straight from the baby, man.
When we started one.
Well, how old?
We was one.
Now, what were you actually doing at 1 years old?
Started dribbling.
Really? Now, when did you actually started to love the game of basketball?
Always. No, always.
Always. What is it like working with your dad?
I feel good. Great.
Has there ever been times that you didn't want to do the things that he asked of you?
No.
Who's your favorite player?
Mine is Kyrie Irving and Michael Jordan.
How about yours?
Mine's Steph Curry and Michael Jordan.
Oh, by the way, introduce yourself to the people, man. Tell everybody your name.
My name is Ashton Jolly.
My name Henry Jolly.
Oh, you named right after Dad.
Yeah.
Now, for people that don't know, man, how often do you work on and practice the sport of basketball?
2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
So how does your normal day for you start? Like, what do you do when you first wake up in the morning?
Brush our teeth, go eat breakfast, and then we gotta do our work.
Are you homeschooled?
Yes.
Okay. How you like that?
Feel good. Great.
Okay. Now I gotta ask, man. What was it like playing your first game?
Feel great.
Good.
Did you win?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But I remember that.
A long time ago.
Long time ago. Oh, it was something that you remember in the championship when you lost. How hard was that when you lost in the championship that one time?
And I felt bad.
What did you learn from that experience, from that loss?
Work hard.
Work hard.
Look harder.
What would you say is the thing that you do the best, Henry?
I think my dribbling and shooting.
Oh, that was Ashton. Okay, Ashton, you the dribbling and shooter. Ashton, are you the dribbling and shooter on the team?
Yeah.
What about you, Henry?
I'm the point guard in the shooting guard.
And the shooting guard.
We swap different places.
Now, what is it like playing with your brother?
Feel great.
Great.
Now, for everybody that don't know, you also have a younger brother that plays basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's he doing so far right now?
Great.
Doing great. Man, I got to ask, man. You just finished this summer with the 7U AA World Championships. How excited were you to win that?
Yeah,
Very
great.
excited.
A lot of people don't know that your dad also gets you involved playing with older kids. What's the experience like when you play in a larger age group?
I feel good. I said I play my game.
We don't even care.
Well, are you two nationally ranked at the 7U right now?
Yes.
What is your team nationally ranked right now?
1.
Wow, number 1. And for my audience that don't know, man, what are you what city are you coming out of?
New Orleans.
New Orleans in the house. Hey, I gotta ask, what's the goals that you have for yourself?
They're number 1.
Where you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be
Yeah,
6'5".
NBA player.
Oh, you both want to play in the NBA. Now, are you involved in any other sports?
No.
Football.
I
You don't play,
don't really like football that much.
but I heard you good at it though.
Yeah.
We know that, but it is for fun though.
Oh, you just do it for the fun and conditioning.
Yeah. This might be our last year.
This will be your last year playing football. What
Yeah.
position do you play in football?
I play quarterback, and he
I
plays
be running back and wide receiver.
Running back. Now, what about track? You ever thought about running track?
No.
Nah, not at all. Now, who's your favorite who's your favorite NBA team?
New Orleans Pelicans.
New Orleans Pelicans.
Now, what is it like when you started to get recognized by like who sends you gear? What shoe company send you gear?
Nike.
Nike.
How excited was you when you got that package from Nike?
I feel
Very
good.
excited.
Great.
What's the experience like being coached by your dad?
Great.
Good.
Now, when you're not involved with basketball, what are some of the things that you like to do?
I like to shoot around and
Do
go
everything.
shoot
Everything.
everything.
Do you do like are you on the video games and stuff like that also?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I really want to go outside.
Now, what is it like, man, when you're around your friends? Are all of y'all basketball players?
It feels great.
Good.
Now, is your dad around?
Yeah.
All right, I really appreciate your time coming on, man.
Thank you.
All right.
I tell you I wasn't. Hang on. I'm coming. Y'all go upstairs. Woo, yo.
Man, what's good, Henry?
What's up, man? Long time, bro.
Long time, man. For a lot of people that don't know bully people, man, you was involved with the American bully breed for a long time.
Right. Yep.
What made you get involved with sports with your kids?
Shit. Since I played sports growing up, and by me having kids, I was just doing it just for fun at first, and then once I started getting more involved, I always knew I wanted to introduce my kids to the game of basketball since I played it, and I was, pretty good at it. I figured I would give them all of the knowledge, and they surprised me at how well they started to catch on, and I just got hooked, man, and they started loving it, and I started loving it, and they started progressing at a rapid pace, and so now at the age of 7, it's shit, man. I give them everything, man. I don't hold back, like anything I know that they can incorporate their game, I give it to them.
You always have the mentality of do for self-made.
Right.
Why is that important to you?
Well, because you were born by yourself and you're gonna die by yourself. So you gotta take care of yourself. I feel like you are the general manager of your own life, and you dictate who you want around you and what you want involved in your own life. So and life's short. I just had a friend, he just passed away 3 days ago at 33 years old, had a heart condition, and just straight out of there, So life's short, man. So live this thing to the fullest and do as much for you and your family as you can. Not saying be selfish, but always try to put, your loved ones in the best spot possible,
You've always had the independent mindset.
Right.
What was that so important to you, and where did you actually learn that from? Because like I was saying before, you had your own businesses. If you want to talk about that, the several businesses that you currently have.
Yeah, so we on a daycare right now. I just started my own counseling agency. I got a basketball league. I just always been the entrepreneurial type. I just don't like taking orders from people, maybe. I don't know what it is, but I just never, I don't know, man. It's like, I guess I'm a boss at heart. I just think that's really my mentality, and I try to put that in my kids, and that don't mean nobody can tell you what to do. It ain't nothing like that, but sometimes you just want to do your own thing. You might want to do something that's unconventional, and there's many ways to make money legally, So you don't have to go the routes that everybody else is going. You just do you, you know. And I always been like that. And I teach them the same way. Do you? If one day they don't like basketball, it's not me forcing them to do it. You know, I introduced them to it. Now, obviously, it's been my dream at first, but now, man, they like a well-oiled machine. Like that's what they really want to do now, and all I could do is support them.
What was it? What was the process like to start the Jolly Boys League?
Find a gym, get insurance, promote the league, you know, advertise it, let everybody know that we're here and what we all about. It took a while to, I say took a while, I mean, maybe a month to get people to buy in and say, you know what, this probably gonna be a good thing. Because anytime you start a business, you know, you're unknown. Nobody knows who you are, you know, and especially it's not like basketball is a need, you know, so I just kept promoting the business, posting up signs everywhere, all on social media. And after a month of advertising, I got like 140 kids to sign up for the league. And but it started off slow, you know, like the first few days, people asking me, how many people signed up? I had to lie. Hey, y'all, I got like 50 so far, but I really had 10. You know, like you gotta make people believe you bigger than what you are until you really become that. You know, fake it till you make it. And in no time, we started making it. You know.
Was there any obstacles or roadblocks in the process of putting the league together?
Honestly, man,
you know what I mean by going through the trials and tribulations. Like, whew, I don't know if this gonna work out or not. Or you always had the attitude of, I'm just gonna just keep pushing.
Man, it look the first, I don't doubt stuff until I started. So the way I am, like if I have an idea, like when I thought about doing the league, that been in my brain for like a year. I didn't just think of it and just say I'm gonna do it. So I doubted it for like the first year, and then I said, you know what, I gotta do it. I gotta just go. You know, something telling me to do this. A lot of things I'm like that. I just go. But once I go, man, ain't no turning back. I'm giving my all to it, whether it fail or flourish. I'm giving it my all. So I really didn't have any problems. I didn't have any doubts. Once I got the LLC together and paid for the insurance and paid the money for the gym and all that, it was off to the races.
Now, during that time and putting the league together, was that during the time that are you still involved with the bullies at all, or no?
Not at all, man. I just got burnt out. I've been doing it almost 20 years, and I hate to say it, but you know, as the bullies started looking better, they just started becoming unhealthier, and so it was a struggle, like to keep litters alive, and they would come with all kind of health problems and stuff, and my kids were starting to walk and talk, and I'm like, man, I ain't got time for this, man. Like a bully can't shoot no jump shot, so I was like, I'm out of that. But I still help my friends, like if they need advice or something, or if they need help. People call me all the time about dog sales, and I refer people all the time. But as far as me like having a love for breeding dogs, man, it's gone. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the next dog we get, it'll probably be when my kids are able to take care of it and feed it and all that type of stuff. I ain't getting a dog myself ever, I don't think.
Well, I gotta ask though, was it a scary process for you because making so much money during that time? Because you was huge during that time, man. Everybody was coming to you for pups.
Dog, I got depressed. Like that's how bad it got. Like when them little, listen, I lost like 30 puppies in the summertime. And like I got a facility and like I'm taking care of these suckers and I'm doing everything you're supposed to do, C-sections, everything. But man, Mother Nature, like to rely on Mother Nature like that, I mean, it's hard. So when I got out of it, I was depressed. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I didn't lose no weight or nothing, but I was not. It was stressful, man, because it's all I knew basically. I did it for so long. You get out your comfort zone, and I don't like to switch stuff up. I like to be in my comfort zone. So me not breeding dogs, and I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? You know what I mean? Like I got all these degrees and stuff, and I finished school for counseling. I did all that, but I didn't really want to, I didn't want to make a living like that. Like it was cool to have, but now I know what they mean. Like education is always good to fall back on, and you know that's what I wound up doing. But it was stressful though. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't like I said I'm gonna stop breeding dogs and I cut them off and that was it. You know, they still animals and I still love them and all that. But man, I had no one to fold them, bro. Like I couldn't take it no more. Straight up.
You know, I gotta ask, man. You know, being married, man, how stressful is it to balance family and spending so much time in the development of your boys and their skills? Because I can
Man,
imagine you're on the road a lot.
yeah, to be honest, man, my wife a trooper. Like she, I couldn't ask for a better wife, and I ain't trying to be no brown nose or nothing like that. I don't even believe in that happy wife, happy life stuff. I believe in happy spouse, happy house. So it's a two-way street. I'm not one of them dudes that's handpicked or nothing like that. But I'm saying my wife really is like awesome, bro. I couldn't ask for nothing better. Like when we first started dating, the one question I asked her was about, you know, we have kids, you know, how would you feel if I said if they played sports and they had bad grades in school? I asked my wife, this just us dating. I asked my wife, would she want them to get off the football team or the basketball team just because they had bad grades? She said, no, I don't feel like that. You know, I still feel like sports can motivate them to still want to do better. When she said that, I was all in. I'm like, all right, cool. I got a woman that, you know, got the same beliefs as me. I hated school growing up. But if I wanted to play basketball, I know I had to have good grades, otherwise you're not going to be eligible. You know what I mean? So I say that to say my wife been supportive from day one. I told her, look, let me control the basketball stuff. You control everything else. I don't care what food they eat, what clothes they wear. I don't care about none of that stuff. Let me control the sports. And she has done that. I mean, the twins are 7, the baby is 4, and she been a woman of her word, man. Like, we got a tournament or whatever, we going. Or if they got homework and I'm like, look, they got to do this first before homework, she with it. We still get their homework done. Like, they straight A students. They smart. But man, my wife, she not like most women. Well, I ain't gonna say most. I don't know, but a lot of women are not gonna just support their husband's dream like that or their kids' dream. Sometimes they have their own agenda. You know what I mean? So she believing in me when it comes to the sports. But guess what? If she want them to eat carrots and whatever, like green peas, whatever, man, I'm all for it. Water all day, pray every night. Let's go. Whatever. I'm cool.
Why was it important for you to do homeschooling?
We were nervous, man. This gonna sound crazy, but we were nervous about the COVID-19 thing. But yet we gonna travel playing basketball all the time, so that don't make no sense really. But we just figured, let's test it out for the first 9 weeks. Let's see if anybody really catching it in the school. And it's different. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you know, you gotta have discipline to sit there in front of a computer screen. I remember for Hurricane Katrina, I was still in college, and we had to do online courses. And I probably got all F's that semester because I wasn't disciplined enough to get online and listen to no teacher. It's hard to sit in the classroom. I definitely want to look at a person on a computer and do work and stuff. So you got to be disciplined to do that online stuff for real.
You know, how has the city of New Orleans been pre-Katrina, and what is life in New Orleans after Katrina?
You would think it would be back all the way after when Katrina was 15 years ago. Man, they still, yeah, 05. So yeah, they still have abandoned buildings and stuff with like floor water stains on the bricks. 15 years ago, from 15 years ago, like, come on, New Orleans, like, you gotta step it up, you know. But it looked pretty on TV when the team played the Saints. They showing downtown and it's looking beautiful, that Superdome and stuff. But in certain areas, especially like the hoods, a lot of that stuff still tore up, and a lot of people didn't move back. A lot of people moved to Houston or Atlanta or wherever they at. I still got friends that don't live here, but it's okay. We live on the outskirts of New Orleans, so where we live, we don't have. I mean, it's I'll say crowded, but it does not look like a third world country in none of the areas that we live in, you know. But some parts of New Orleans, it still look crazy.
You know what we got going on and what you see in the world today with what you see with between us and black people and what you see in the media. How are things and situations down there when it comes to race relations?
As far as like police and stuff,
Yes.
be honest with you, police here, we got so many black cops in New Orleans. Man, they not shooting black people. And a lot of the cops, it's like they know people in the hood. Not saying that they perfect or nothing like that, but they not afraid of people that look like them. I'll say that. You know, like I always believe if you want to make a difference in this whole thing with the police brutality and Black Lives Matter, I believe there should be more black cops. If the problem is cops shooting black people, and everybody might not agree with me, but if you have more black cops and you put the black cops in the hoods, it's like a different vibe, like a different relationship. You know, like they may not freak out if a dude take off running or whatever. Like, or it might have been somebody they knew or their mama went to school with or something. You know, like it could be all kind of stuff. So I just feel like, you know, New Orleans has so many black cops. I don't know what the ratio is, black to white, false police in New Orleans, but you got a lot of black cops, and man, the cops ain't killing black people out here. The black people killing black people out here, I'll say that. You know, it's more of that going on than the police. The police really ain't been a problem out here. Now they do some corrupt stuff, I heard, like, you know, planting stuff on you, but they ain't no killing and police brutality out here. It ain't happening like that.
Now, you know, the reason I was going with that because I know you got a nice ride. I was like, man, I wonder if he ever gets pulled over because of the fact that you got a real nice ride. You know what
Dog,
I mean?
nope, bro. To be real, when I had my old school, I had a '77 Impala. It was on like 13-inch spokes. Now it looked like it had hydraulics and stuff, but I ain't put the hydraulics on. It just had the low rider look. And I got pulled over in that car way more than I ever got pulled over in the Bentley or the BMW and all that. Like, I guess the police look at, instead, you would think like some people might think, oh, it might be a drug dealer, let me pull him over, right? But no, it's like they look at him like that must be somebody of high status. Let me let him
Oh,
go. Yeah,
yeah.
it's like that. And by me being legal all the time, I'm never nervous. I don't make like funny moves or nothing when I'm driving. I'm just a normal guy. So I don't ever look suspicious. So I've never been pulled over in the Bentley at all. Never. But the
That's
old school, I got pulled over in that. I guess because it looked like a hood car. I don't know.
now for being from New Orleans. Did you know P and them, Master P and them?
No, I never known Master P. I got a good friend named Currency. He's a rapper from New Orleans. He was signed to C Murder's label at one point. Then he was signed to Cash Money, Young Money at one point, and now he's got his own thing, Jet Life. But no, I didn't know P. I didn't know Baby. I met them before, BG and Baby and stuff like that, but I didn't know them personally. Currency, the only rapper from New Orleans that I know personally. He's like a childhood friend of mine.
Yeah, because I saw you at Visit C a couple of times.
Yeah. I met him. Through he did a video with one of my dogs, 8 Ball. Yeah, that's how I met C Murder from that. And but other than that, I mean, he cool people. You know, I feel bad for his situation. I can't sit up and say like we cool, like I know him like that, but you know, he knows who I am and I know who he is. Like, you know, mainly through the dogs though. That's how we know.
All right, we back.
All right, I'm back, man. Sorry about that. One of the kids knocked the phone charger loose. I didn't even realize it.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's talk about the league, man, and what are your expectations and goals of the league that you started?
Man, really, I started the league because it's something that I feel is important for the youth. You know, for them to have fun, learn the game of basketball, and I basically made it to where, you know, like it would have been something I would have liked growing up. So the league has different age groups. different. Like the teams get drafted. So once we select the coaches, they draft the players that they want. They practice once a week with the team, and then they got games every Saturday morning. And man, it gets live. Like they have a we keep track of all the stats, the wins and losses. There's an all-star team. There's an all-star weekend. There's a 3-point contest. Skills challenge. Nobody could dunk yet. Well, they got a couple kids that could dunk now, but last season, we didn't have anybody that could dunk, but now they got like 5 of them that's yamming that thing. But
you talking about regulation?
Yeah. We started at age 3 and go up to age 16.
Oh wow! See, I didn't realize you went that far up with the age group now.
Oh yeah. We get it in, man. So and that allowed me to start AAU teams from that. So now I got 2 AAU teams, and if it wasn't for the COVID, I probably would have 5 or 6 different teams. But everybody not comfortable yet with the traveling and stuff. So but the league, it was scheduled to double the numbers it did last year. Last year we had 140 kids that signed up. This year we were on pace to have over 300, but it was tentative because of what's going on with phase 2 or phase 3 and all that type of stuff. But man, the league is definitely going to be a pathway to get your kid to the next level. We even got from last year, like some of the MVPs, they had high schools came to check them out at the league, and I can't use the word recruit, right? But they came and talked to them and, convinced them to come to their school. So we got high school coaches come all the time to come check out some of these kids. I got high school coaches looking at my kids, even though they're 7. But, you could tell talent when it's there. You might want to stay close to them,
Now, how are you? Now, you said, there's a draft. How are you able to keep your sons together on the team together?
Well, our siblings play together.
So it's a package deal? Package deal?
Yeah. But we make the teams even. So, like, with them, like last year, they played in the 6 to 8-year-old division. Well, with them 2 on the same team, majority teammates were 6. So they was like, cop because of them, but they so young. The other teams had a lot of 7 to 8-year-olds. So we try to balance it out like that. Like, they won their games, but like when they played in the championship, they only won by 1 point. So I don't make it the way it's a cakewalk for them. I always want to challenge them at all times because, I tell them all the time, like, yeah, y'all might be the best in the country at y'all age, but you don't know what the Luka Doncic of the world doing. You don't know what the Greek freaks doing in the world. We don't see everybody in the whole world. You get on social media, see people in LA, New Jersey, Atlanta, stuff like that. But you don't know if the next kid is outworking you. So I try to always make sure they prepared, and they're always playing up. I want them to be challenged. I don't want them to have it easy.
When did Nike started recognizing them and start sending gear and things of that nature? That was crazy when I heard about that.
Well, yeah. So it's the thing. So they got a guy who he owns a Nike store in Orlando, in the Florida area, and so he sends us stuff. So whenever he feel like, hey, look, this would be cool for them, he just send it to us, no charge or whatever. He's asked us to post it up on the page, and that's that. Yeah, but like as far as like when they get like a sponsorship, that's a whole different ball game. Like that's when they start. When you get sponsored, like especially as a team, because that's our goal for our AAU team, they pretty much give you money to
travel.
Yeah, to travel, and get their name out there. And they want to make sure they have a hold. They want to make sure that that they're trying to take care of you because they don't know how big you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like they're like, well, look, hey, remember when we sent you, 5 pair of shoes? Hey, now you're 17. You got the draft coming up in 2 years. They want to make sure that they was in your ear that whole time when they were young. And that's smart. I mean, at the end of the day, man, look, sports is cool, but man, it's about money, man. Like that's what I'm learning. Like me being new in this AAU world, this travel basketball world, it's about money, man. People, man. I'm gonna add something. I want to tell you a quick story right quick. We went to Atlanta this past weekend, right? And I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you saw me post. They had a 5'11" 4th grader on my page. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
Man, listen, we went to Atlanta with my 4th grade team, okay? Everybody is 8, 9 years old, all right? So we show up for the first game, and look, we legit. Like, I don't do no cheating stuff. They got this thing called reclassifying kids. You know what that is?
No.
All right, so they'll hold a kid back a grade so they can have an athletic advantage. So, yeah, it's crazy. So when you go to these tournaments that are not worried about your age, they worry about your grade. So when you play, let's say my kids, they by them being in the 1st grade, okay, they just finished the 1st grade. Legally, 1st graders are between 6 and 7 years old. But according to these rules, you could be 9 years old in the 1st grade and play. It's crazy, dog. So we showed up to Atlanta with 8, 9 year olds. We playing against a team with 11 year olds. So I'm like, but then they had a kid 5'11", 11 years old. I ain't saying it ain't possible, but I watched this game and I'm like, nah. Then I watched like 5 other players on the team. I'm like, nah, this ain't right. So I made a phone call. I said, hey, I need somebody. Bring them through. They allowing this reclassifying stuff. We got one too. So man, I brought my big boy in. Now he 5'8", but he got handles. He could play. Man, they were cutting up. They were like, man, ain't no way, man, that kid. There's no way that kid this and this. I'm like, hold on. It was all fun till the rabbit got the gun. Now y'all want to look at me. I came out there with a. I ain't doing no reclassifying stuff. But man, they blowing us out by 30 and 40 points because they got kids 2 and 3 years older than us. So I said, all right, I'm gonna just add one player and play the same game y'all playing. That one player was in the championship the next day.
Man, it seems like it's a cutthroat world, man.
It is, bro. It is. And listen, I don't like it. But I'm learning you got to play it. I don't like it, but what you going to do? It's like going to a gunfight with a knife. I mean,
even at those young ages, do you find like agents out there scouting even that early?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like,
seriously?
I mean, look, I don't get nobody in trouble, but I keep in contact. They got like 3 NBA agents that keep in contact with me. They don't pay me no money or nothing crazy like that, but they call me, they check on the kids, make sure they doing good. Stop by the house if they in town, like, and they 7 years old. Hand on the Bible. I'm not like stunting for social media. Like, they know my kids are gonna make it unless something tragic happens, some fluky stuff. If their lives stay normal, they're gonna make it. There's no doubt about it. And if you know sports, you just know it. And I believe it in my heart, and they believe it. So I know they say the chances of going to the NBA is like 0.00009 or whatever like that. But I got 3 sitting in my house, man. We gone. I'm sorry, world, but them 3 gone.
How are things with the youngest right now? Because what he's doing is seeing and learning from his brothers.
Man, the thing about him, he's more talented than both of the older ones were at that age. The problem he has, though, he don't have anybody to play against that's his age to bring that competitiveness out of him. So when he's practicing, it ain't fun to him yet. Like, he's trying to, like, it's fun a little bit, but it's not as fun as it was when they were that age because they had each other. You got your
They had each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like playing against your best friend every day. Him, he's like, damn, I'm out here with them 2. They bigger than me. They're gonna block my shot, But he don't understand, like, it's making him better. Like he ain't got the competitive, the funness part of it yet. But
dang, I hope I ain't lost him. Hopefully I ain't lost him.
yeah, my bad.
Okay.
No, you good. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But yeah, man, other than
about
that,
competitiveness.
Yeah. So like he didn't got the competitiveness side of it yet, but he coming along for sure.
Currently, what do they rank leagues around the country?
No, they don't rank the leagues though. No, but they rank the teams though. They do that.
Now with your particular league, has it started to get a buzz around the country about the talent that you have within your league?
Not yet, nope. But we coming though. We coming. Not yet.
To your knowledge, what league really has the big gene pool of talent right now?
Just AAU, really. Just
Oh,
overall. Like you just get into travel basketball. Um, that's really where it's at. That's where most of the talent is, right there.
and like you said, it's becoming a big money opportunity right now, correct?
Right. Yes, sir. Yep.
So how much did it affect you once the COVID-19 hit and things really had to slow down? Were you worried about that at any point in time?
Yeah, I was. Because you don't know, once the league starts back up, you don't know how many people are gonna trust gonna trust one to send their kid out there to play basketball, and you got a virus that's killing people. So, but last night I cut on the TV. Was it? I don't know if it's last night or the night before, but the NFL was playing. I'm like, I ain't know they were starting yet. I ain't even know. I knew the
Yeah,
NBA.
that's funny you say that because I didn't know either. I turned on the TV. I said, "Damn, are they playing football right now?"
No, I thought that was like a rerun game or something. Like, I see people with masks on. I'm like, damn, they playing. Okay. And I think they skipped the preseason, right?
Yeah, they just went straight to the first opening season game. Yeah, no preseason.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So yeah, so we moving slowly but surely.
Yeah. Oh, I had to ask. Did y'all have to go through any COVID tests with the kids and stuff like that, or not really?
Nope. They just ask you to come in when you come in the gym. They take your temperature, and all of the spectators got to wear masks, and that's it. And they balling, bro. And none of us got sick. Nobody, no symptoms, nothing. We've been traveling for the past few months. We've gone to Oklahoma, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Texas. Nobody caught anything. We've been blessed, I guess. I don't know.
What's the toughest competition you had to see?
Aside from older kids cheating,
Yeah. Outside of the cheating process.
outside of that, man, they had a team in Oklahoma. There's a funny story. They had a team in Oklahoma. We showed up to play them. Now we got a first grade team. They got a second grade team, but I found out some of the players on their team was a little older than that. All right, it's a team called TMT. So we showed up and played them. I didn't know that they were the number 5 ranked team in the country, and they older than us. So we played them, and we were beating them. But then we just couldn't hold the lead, and they beat us by 5. So after that, we were like, man, we played against older kids. They're number 5 in the country. We want a rematch, right? So we beating teams our age. We won the chip, but then we after that, we said, look, we want a rematch against that team that beat us. We want to see them again. So the coach was like, you sure you want that? I'm like, hell yeah, I want it. So we played. Boy, they blasted us, boy. They blasted us by like 20-something. And the coach is talking trash the whole time. Like, this what you wanted, right? And I'm like, yeah, but y'all older, nigga. Y'all older, all right? I had to try to make it cool. But yeah, they were a tough team, bro. But now they ranked number 1. So ain't no shame in your game. You getting beat by a better team that's older than you. They were the better team. They were older, but shit, they were good. But I like that though. I like my boys facing adversity. I don't ever want them to think they got anything easy. The goal ain't to be the number 1 7-year-old in the country or the world. That ain't the goal. Like, they got plenty of kids that did that in their lifetime. The goal is, if you want to play in the NBA, you got to be one of the best 350 players in the world. And then not only get there, you got to stay there. Because just because you got drafted don't mean you're going to stay there. I got friends that got drafted, but then they wound up getting cut. You know what I mean? So you got to, if you want to stay amongst the elite, you want to be a perennial all-star. Like that's the goal. Like NBA, now you got to stay there. You know what I mean? So I don't mind taking the losses. Now, nobody our age has ever beat us in the past few years, man, like that. And I don't see that happening no time soon, in their age group. But they're going to take some losses against kids that's older because just the speed of the game, they're bigger, faster, stronger. So, they might make a pass, and a pass that normally would be there against a kid their age, an older kid, they stepping right in and snatching that thing. So, we enjoy it though. We're not so losers at all. Even when we play against the team with the older kids, I still dap people off after the game. It's just a game. It ain't life or death, man. Like, but don't cry when I do it to you, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing. You want to do it to me? I ain't cry. Don't cry when I do it to you.
Hey, who come up with them fly uniforms y'all got, man?
That's me, man. I come up with the different designs and ideas, and I got a guy in Pakistan that makes the jersey. Shout out to U-Broy Industry. Man, he does a phenomenal job. Dirt cheap, great quality. If anything wrong, he'll send you another one. You know, I anyway in Pakistan, man. So you can't beat it. Everything is cash money. You know, like ain't no PayPal and all that stuff. You gotta trust him to send in your money. But I've sent him thousands of dollars, man, and he ain't never did no kind of dirty business at all, man. Shout out to U-Broy. If y'all ain't never heard of him, you want uniforms or clothing line or whatever, U-Broy Industries at U-Broy Industry.
Hey, man, I really appreciate your time coming on today, man, just to talk about what it takes to be, you know, an entrepreneur and independent mind thinker.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, there you have
All right.
it. All right, take care, man.
All right, later.
All right, there you have it. That was Henry Jolly. I had his twin boys on, the Jolly Boys. They team won the 7 AAU World Championships straight out of New Orleans. You know, showing another example of a good dad who's there for his boys, man. And that's something I just wanted to bring to the people. Once again, appreciate everyone's time. On the ropes, I'm out.